Ben 10 has to be one of the best pieces of fiction in history. I mean, he can literally transform into my charging cable after I put it in the toilet. Or a fucking KFC bucket! He even turned my background green! The Omnitrix is so wacky and cool, I just had to give it to My Hero Academia. This is the movie, What If Deku Had the Omnitrix? Let's begin with what aliens Deku is going to have. First off, he's going to have 6 of the original Ben 10 aliens. Stinkfly, Grey Matter, Accelerate, Heat Blast, Forearms, and also Diamond Head. Now for the next 4, I just chose what I wanted to. So, it's Big Chill, Echo Echo, Lodestar, and then finally, Way Big. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like. With that said, sit back and enjoy. So, let me change some things about the story real quick. Ben is going to be Izuku is going to be half American and half Japanese, and his last name is going to be Tennyson, okay? He's going to have a grandpa called Max Tennyson and a cousin called Gwen Tennyson, okay? Now, how will Izuku get the Omnitrix? Let's just start, and I'll say while we're going, right? Our story begins with Deku and Gwen having a fight, and Deku is kind of mad at her, so he leaves the van and goes into the forest for a walk, right? He goes and goes, and he looks up and he sees kind of a shooting star kind of, and he tries to make a wish or something, but then it suddenly changes direction to his direction. Basically it's going towards him, right? He runs away from it, and it lands let's say 50 meters away from him. He goes to check it out, and it suddenly opens, a ball opens. It seems to be kind of nothing in there, but he sees a blob or something being in it, right? And it suddenly jumps onto him. It doesn't go to his arm, but it goes directly to his chest, and it penetrates his chest, and it fucking merges with his heart. And he's oh, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck? And he's panicking and shit. But finally calms down after he realizes basically nothing happened, because he doesn't feel any pain, and he tries to reason what the fuck was that. It was an alien type of thing, and he concentrates on his heart basically, and he feels kind of a symbiotic type of being, and it manifests via a watch type of thing on his right wrist, right? Was it his right wrist or his left wrist? Let me check. Fuck, I was wrong. It's on his left wrist, right? Because why would it be his right wrist? Obviously. Anyways, it appears on his wrist. It kind of is an extension of his body, right? It doesn't feel like a glove or a actual watch. It feels kind of like an extension of his body, a third finger or something. A third finger? A sixth finger or something. And he pokes it, and it suddenly goes up, the barrel goes up, and he sees kind of a flamey type of guy, right? He presses on it, and he transforms into Heat Blast. Now he looks at his hands, and he panics as fuck, right? He panics a whole lot. He says, "Oh, I'm on fire!" Basically the same thing that happened in the original Ben 10, right? Now after a minute or two, he gets a hang of it. He basically understands that that's him, because it doesn't hurt at all. And he tries experimenting with it, swinging his arms around and burning shit to the ground. Basically he fucking burns the forest like he did in Ben 10, right? When suddenly Gwen comes, right? She looks at him, and she thinks, is this a monster or is it Ben? Because she remembers Ben going to the forest, but she doesn't really know what the thing is. So she asks, "What the fuck are you? What the heck are you?"
and Ben and Deku. Let's just. Yeah, I'm gonna call him Deku because like I'm getting fucking confused right now between the two series for some reason. I kinda know why, but like fuck that, I guess. Or fuck me, I guess. Anyways, Deku says, it's me, Izuku. Like I became like this fire guy after like a thing went to my heart or something. And like Gwen is like confused, I guess. She's like confused. What do you mean like a thing went to your heart? And now you transform into a fire guy. Then like a bit later, like he transforms, and the Omnitrix disappears basically, cause it needs to recharge, and like he doesn't need, or he does need the Omnitrix, but like he cannot fucking use it while it's like recharging. So it basically like leaves his body, or like it goes back into his body as like its heart or something. I don't know exactly how it works because I just made it up, you know. But anyways, it like goes back to his body and it disappears. And like Izuku tries to like show Gwen that it's like that watch on his wrist, but he has nothing. But she still like believes him because he was just a fire guy. Like she says it must be your quirk, because Izuku has not like gotten a quirk for like 6 years basically. And what kind of like quirk is like Gwen going to have? Because she cannot really be quirkless, right? Let's just say that she gets like undead like powers, right? Like in Ben 10, but like let's say it's a quirk that lets her transform into an undead type of being, but like not as powerful, okay? So that she still has like her power set or like her moves, but she's not that OP, okay? Anyways, like after let's say like 10 minutes, because that was the original like a recharge time of the Omnitrix, basically like Izuku's wrist, like the Omnitrix spawns back into his wrist, okay, onto his wrist, and like he shows Gwen and Grandpa, right, and Grandpa Max. And he says, what is, like, actually, what is this? Because, like, it's not really a quirk. It was like an alien thing going to my heart, penetrating my skin, and then, like, stitching it back together to a perfect form or something. But, like, they don't, like, know how it works. But he says, Grandpa Max says, let's just say that it's your quirk, okay? Because we don't really know how it is or, like, how it works. So let's just say it's your quirk from now on. And like Ben and Gwen like agree to it, like saying that and shit. And so basically after let's say like a month or something, the Gwen, Grandpa, and do I say Ben? Because I genuinely don't know. I am confusing the names. If you hear me like saying Ben, I mean Izuku, okay? Basically Izuku, Gwen, and Grandpa Max, they like go home after like a month of camping and shit. And his mom says, how was the trip with your grandpa, right? And Deku says it was fun. Actually, I awakened to my quirk there. And she's like very like impressed and confused. And she says, can you show me? And Deku like the Omnitrix appears on his arm because like he can consciously and subconsciously like hide it, I guess, because it's kind of like weird a little bit. Is it like, would you say it's a transformation quirk, right? Like I would say it's a transformation quirk. Like it's most likely every single one of the types, right? It's accumulation because it needs time to regenerate, I guess. Transformation because it goes back to his hand and like he can transform. Emitter because he can just do shit when he's transformed, I guess. And like I don't know what, and where was it? A mutation, I guess, because it's in his heart, I guess. But yeah, anyways, he like shows his mom, and let me see what the fuck I've given him because I do not remember. Let's say he transforms into 4 arms, okay? Because why the fuck not? He says like look at this. I'm a red big guy. I call this transformation of mine forearms, because like he has 4 arms. You get it? And like his mom is like very impressed. And she says, what do you mean you call this transformation forearms? Isn't this your quirk? And Deku says, actually, no, like somewhat, like not really, but also it is. I can transform into 10 different like alien-y looking thingies, right? I can get like 10 different kinds of powers, basically. And so basically in that month of like camping, Ben has like transformed into every single one except like 2 of them, which are way big, I would say, and Diamond Head, because like I don't know, like he just wouldn't transform into him. Accelerate would be probably his like favorite right now. Lodestar, he's just a metal guy, like he would have probably like fucked a bit with the truck, right, with the rust bucket, like via like magnetifying the, or like getting the fucking, like using his powers on the fucking truck, right? Anyways, like let's say now there is basically kind of a 4 or 5 year time skip, like let's say 4 years time skip, okay? And Deku is in middle school, about to graduate, I guess. It's basically a year before like the UA entrance exam, and he's been training with his aliens. And he kind of fucking loves Lodestar. He fucking loves Lodestar. His top 3 are basically Lodestar, Big Chill, and Echo. No particular order, okay? I don't know how to like rank them actually. Anyways, he like flies around with like Big Chill and shit. He like freezes motherfuckers, cause like they see him fucking. What the fuck is like Big Chill? What kind of animal is Big Chill based on? Wait a bit. Let me ask ChatGPT real quick. Ah yeah, moth. Yeah, why the fuck am I stupid? I don't know. And sorry if like I make like weird noises and shit. I'm kind of sick right now, so I apologize in advance, right? Anyways, he's like been like training with his aliens, and that was honestly like considering like removing like a diamond head or something and like putting the one of the like giant ass goats feedback, because like he's basically made to be a fucking S tier alien. But yeah, I guess we got a lodestone, which is kind of close enough, I guess. Anyways, yeah, he's been training with his aliens. He like he knows how to use them well. He's been also like trying to learn to like use forearms and like diamond head in like hand-to-hand combat, like actual hand-to-hand combat, as well as like way big. But like way big he can't really use because he's way too big, pun intended. So sometimes like he has to like rent or something. Like he has to go to like giant parks so that he doesn't like destroy motherfuckers, or like to abandoned parks where no one like goes, so that he has like enough space to like do his thing, right? And he has like gotten the hang of like every single one of his aliens, right? But like way big is just like too little of training to really know how to use them, right? So what he's doing is basically training martial arts so that he can use his like training of martial arts to use like way big and forearms and like diamond head maybe on a better level, right? Because like 100% you would need some kind of martial arts with forearms and way big. Anyways, like he's been training and shit, and now it's like, let's say like 12 months before the UA entrance exam, and Izuku, like his mom and his dad do live in like in Japan, right? But every like other part of his family, like Grandpa Max and like Gwen and shit, they live in America. So what's going to happen now is basically Gwen is going to like move with like Izuku and his family, right? So that she can go to UA, cause like kind of their parents, or like Gwen's parents kind of like pushed her to like go to UA, where like the most heroic hero in like the world is, the fucking idol of new is it star of the fucking idol of Star and Stripe is like in Japan, and he like graduated from UA, so they like fucking push her to like go to UA, and she says, how am I even gonna go there if like I don't have a house? And they say, you're just going to live with Izuku, and she like kind of like objects to it. She doesn't want to, because like they like good friends. I wouldn't say they're good friends, but like sometimes they chill, you get me? But like after like a while of convincing and threatening her and shit, she finally like says fine, I'll go. And she like after like a week, she like arrives to Izuku's house, right? The doorbell rings, and Izuku's about to like open the door. He like goes and opens the door, right? And who does he see? He sees his cousin Gwen Tennyson, and he like instantly closes the door. And so he like screams, "Mom! What the fuck is Gwen doing here?" And like she answers, "Oh, she's going to be staying with us for like the next 4 years or something." And Izuku says, "Fuck! Why do I have to live with her?" And yeah. He's like kind of mad, but like he still like opens the door, like he says come in. She like comes in, she like gets the spare room of their like a house basically. And Izuku does have like I would say like 2 or 3 times bigger house now. They're kinda rich, you get me? Cause like Grandpa Max kinda fucking rich, he got that moolah, and he kinda gave him the moolah and shit. But like his dad is also rich, you get me? Like not like rich, not like Momoya Yoro's rich, but like kinda upper middle class, okay? So yeah, Gwen comes in, she gets a room, and Izuku is fucking pissed. He like goes up to his mom's room and he says, why the fuck is Gwen going to live with us? And his mom answers, oh, that's because she's going to like enroll to UA. And yeah. They basically like kind of like a bit hate each other, like Gwen and Ben, but like he kinda knows it deep in his heart, but that he kinda likes her, but he doesn't want to admit it, okay? Anyway, he like leaves to his room. He's like kinda mad, and he like hears to like some emo music or something, because he's sad, I'm sure, you get me? But then like after like 10 minutes he like snaps out of it, and like he watches, he like listens to upbeat like summer type of music. And yeah, like for the next like I did say like 12 months, right? Yeah, for the next 12 months Deku and Gwen are for like no fuck that for like a month or 2 they like still like hate each other kinda, but like after that they like say he like Deku like goes up to her and he says, do you like wanna fight or something? And she says, sure, I guess. And they like fight, and Deku just easy wins. Like not easy wins, but like he kinda has semi-master control, you could say, because he like can how's it called? He can like transform midway. Like he's, for example, in a I don't know how to speak, bro. Like in 1 second, he's like accelerate, then he like jumps up. He goes to echo. He like screams at her. She like gets affected by it, by not a lot. And then like he turns to heat blast. And then he like fucking shoots fire at her and shit. But like he defends it. She defends it with like her magic, because she still has magic. Okay, I don't really remember how her powers work, right? I barely remember how the aliens work. Okay, don't judge me, please. Anyways, yeah. They fight and shit, and like from then on they like have like sparring sessions, and they like start like training together, right? They like both go to the gym because they all need to like get physically fit and like get stronger physically. And the thing with Izuku is that the more like the physically stronger and the physically better he is, his aliens become physically better. So I would say like if like Ben Tennyson like trained a whole lot and he had like muscles and shit, and he had like actual strength in base, in human form. His like Tetraman form, like, or like his forearms or Humongosaur would be way fucking stronger, I believe, because it just takes the age of you and the peak version of that alien. But I would say it should always also like take the strength of yourself multiplied by like the strength of the fucking alien, right? So that you have the actual accurate like strength of that alien. So yeah, anyways, they all like go like train and shit, and then like it's finally like the day before the UA entrance exam. They have like said like given like their application and shit. They have sent their applications. They were like kinda like accepted or something, I don't know. And like they go the next day to UA for the exam, right? They both like ace the exam, because Izuku is just naturally smart, and Ben Tennyson is naturally cocky, but like I mean like he's naturally has very fucking good like battle IQ, so he should be able to fucking, if it's like based on hero-ish questions as well, he should be able to do way fucking better than the original Deku did. So he should like get like a 70 or 80%, I guess, which is good. So anyways, like they both ace they don't ace the exam, but like they get good scores. Like Gwen gets better scores than Izuku, but they like chill, because like they be training, they know each other better, and they're not enemies anymore, obviously. And so they like go to the room where like President Mike like presents the like pointers, like the robots basically. And Deku like sees that they're like metal made robots, right? And he like didn't like really know about it. And so he's like excited because he gets to use Lodestar, right? So anyways, like they like President Mike says about all the robots, and he says like, don't go for the 0 pointer, he's too dangerous and like you don't get any points out of it. But like Deku says, I'ma go for the 0 pointer, but like he's actually a good challenge maybe. So they go both to their like areas, and let's say basically Izuku is on area A like he was in the original. Now Bakugo is still going to be there obviously, and he's going to be in area B, and Gwen is going to be in area C, okay? Because like I don't want them to interfere with each other, because else I would have like maybe like let Gwen be on area B, but I don't want her to like mess, or like Bakugo mess with her, or like she messes with Bakugo scores and shit. But like yeah, anyways, they like start, and like President Mike says, there's no like countdowns in a battle, go go go, and like everyone runs, and like Deku is like chill as fuck, right? He like turns his he like activates his Omnitrix. He like presses on it because it's already the alien he wants. And who is it? Who is it? Who is it? It's obviously Big Chill, okay? Like, cause like Big Chill is just the better Stinkfly, okay? We're going to use Stinkfly, but not in this like particular scenario. Right here, he's going to use 3 aliens, and one of them is going to be Big Chill. So yeah, anyways, he like flies over the other like contestants, and they like look at him, what the fuck is that? Like, does he have a transformation quirk? And like he like flies over them. Does he fly over them? Does he fly inside of them? Because like he could do that. He's kind of fucking ghost type of guy, right? Now he flies right inside of them, like they get tingly sensations, right? So basically like Deku flies, and he like sees a 1 pointer and a 2 pointer like lined up, and he like freezes both of them. Then he like deactivates his Big Chill transformation, and he turns it to Lodestar. While they're like broken and shit, like not broken but like frozen, he like picks them up with like his magnetic like powers and shit. He picks them up and like pushes them down, like fucking like smashes them down, like they're fucking pancakes now, okay? Like they're fucking paper. They're like thinner than paper right now. Anyways, yeah. he like does that and shit, like, and then he continues like using Lodestar for like the 1, 2 and 3 pointers, right? When suddenly he like hears a like loud rumbling noise type of thing, right? And he says it's finally here, and like he looks back because it like kind of came from like his backside, and he instantly transforms into one of his favorite fucking transformation, because like he hasn't like gotten enough time to use it, right? Because I know I said like Big Chill, Echo or something, and Lodestar are his favorites, but bro, like way big is way too big to not be your favorite, okay? Like he's not my favorite, but like if Izuku hasn't really been able to fucking use him a lot, it's obviously going to be like a fucking event when he uses them, right? So he like deactivates his Omnitrix transformation, and like he transforms into way big, and everyone like looks at him because they're running towards him and like away from him later, basically. And like they see him like transforming into a giant fucking 50-meter type of fucking guy, like alien-y guy, right? And what like design do we get for like Alien X? Because I believe the fucking 5YL design is basically the best one of Alien X. Did I say Alien X? I meant way big. And he's most likely not gonna get Alien X. I don't want to give him Alien X or like what's his name? Clockwork or like Atomics or something. I'm not gonna give him super fucking overpowered motherfuckers. Anyways, yeah, he like transforms into way big, and he's like furry and shit. Like I don't really remember how it like looks, but like he's a giant motherfucker, giant red motherfucker, and like he starts wrestling the fucking robot, bro. And it's kind of like a little bit of a challenge, but not a lot, because like he like doesn't get the patterns of the robot, so he like tries to guess, but like he's incorrect. But then after a while he just like starts like squishing the guy, and then he just becomes a pancake like the other fucking robots, but like sideways now, instead of like vertically instead of yeah, no, fuck, I'm dumb. Horizontally instead of vertically, right? So he's a fucking reverse pancake. So yeah, like basically Uraraka doesn't like get stuck under the rubble because like Deku basically instantly fucking went to destroy the guy, and he didn't have any fucking time to destroy like buildings and shit. So yeah, he does practically like save all the other motherfuckers from the robot. So he does like get some rescue points, and like left like there and there like he saved some people from like robots and shit, but not a lot. He like gets like, let's say like 30 rescue points. Yeah, 30 rescue points seems like good. And like the exam finishes and he goes home. Now what happened with like Gwen? She kinda like, she gets obviously like second place because she's like worse than Deku but better than Bakugo, so she like gets like 90 robot points or something, or like 100 and something robot points, but not 110. Like 110 more is like kind of a stretch, I would say, because like she's not that overpowered, right? But she's better obviously than Bakugo. She gets number 2, and like Deku gets number 1. Obviously he like, let's say he gets like 189 like robot points, and with the 30 like rescue points, he's up to like 220 or something. So yeah, they both like go to Inko and they tell her we most likely did pass from what we saw, because like they understood from their surroundings, because they've been like training so hard, and like Deku and Gwen are so fucking like crazy with their powers that they just go left and right on them. So they always like they have like gotten a fucking fifth sense, basically. They can sense their surroundings, basically, bro. And basically they understood that they most likely got the most points of their area. So like Inko is happy, and like Izuku's like dad is happy and shit. And let's say like a week later, both of their like letters come to like the house, right? they get delivered, and like Inko says, your letters came. And in this timeline, Inko's not going to get like fat from like depression or something, but she's going to like stay how she was, okay? And maybe like even lose some weight, maybe. Who knows? Because I don't fucking know, okay? I don't know why I brought that up, but like I did. So do with it what you want. Anyways, they like the letters came, and they both like go to the rooms, and they open the envelope, and like All Might comes out in a hologram form, right? And he says, Young Tennyson. What the fuck does he say? Young Tennyson, you have gotten the most points in the history of UA. And you have gotten obviously number 1 place. And like you're the best motherfucker in the history of UA, blah 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 blah. And Gwen, it's basically, All Might says basically the same thing, but he says, you have done like very fucking exceptionally, right? And you're the cousin of Izuku Tennyson, so I guess your family is strong as shit. He says kind of like that. So he did film basically first Izuku's and then Gwen's. Anyways, they both pass, and they like meet each other in the hall, and they like are fucking like ecstatic about this, right? Because they like both passed, and they are like both top 2 and shit. So the next week they like start high school, right? They both go to UA. They go like together, obviously, because like they live in the same house. They're in the same class. They're both in class 1A, obviously. So yeah, they enter both in like the room, basically in the classroom, and they see like Bakugo like arguing with Ida, right, for like not having his feet on the table, because it's UA property. And I don't know why I said it like that, but like I said it like that, so fuck it. Yeah, they like basically what happens now is Gwen goes up to them. She puts a barrier between them, and she says stop firing right now. Like she does that boss shit. And like Bakugo is about to like, what do you say to me, bastard? Like the fucking Bakugo shit. And what happens right now, you might think? What does like Gwen do? Well, she does nothing. You know who does though? Ben. He transforms into Accelerate, he de-transforms, then transforms into Diamond Head, and he fucking like engulfs like the guy. No, he doesn't engulf him. He like cuffs the guy a bit, like his arms are behind his back, and he cuffs him with his diamonds, I guess. And he says, "Shut the fuck up, bro. You don't have anything to say to her, bro. She's better than you. She's literally better than you. She got 2nd place and I got 1st place, so shut the fuck up." And like Bakugo is like kind of mad, but like he shuts up, and Ida says, could you like tell him to like put his feet down? And Deku says, put your feet down right now. And he like complies and shit, but like, he's fucking mad. He says, why the fuck does this like little shit like command me, or like tell me what to do, basically, right? So they both like go and sit down when Aizawa comes in, and he tells them to like wear this and come and meet him outside, right? They all like do it, and let's say like in the last how's it called, the last movie I did, right? I gave Izuku like a custom UA gym uniform, right? Because like it does exist, okay? It does exist, and it does fucking exist because in the fucking gameplay, in like the game, there is custom motherfucking colored uniforms, okay? So shut the fuck up. Yeah, basically Gwen and Ben like custom ordered one, and it did not cost this time $10,000, okay? It cost like $250 or something for like one of them, so $500 or something, or like let's say $600 for both of them. But yeah, they have like custom ones, because like they kinda rich, as I said, upper middle class. And like they kinda deserved it, you get me? Like they got top two fucking how's it called? Top 2 fucking places. And because of that, the actual price would have been like 1,000, so 500 for both. But it got like reduced because they're the top 2 of the fucking year basically. So yeah, they all like go out. They go to the like changing room, and like Deku like takes off his shirt to change, right? And Kiyoshima comments that, "Yo, dude, you have like a physique of a Greek god," and Izuku says like, "Thanks, I guess, like thank you." And that's like, he said that because like he's been obviously like training with Gwen, and he's been hit with so much fucking magic. He has so many scars, and his muscles have just fucking developed more and more and more basically. So that's why he like Kiyoshima like commented to that, right? And they're like all jealous of Gwen and Izuku, because like they got fucking custom made, like custom colored fucking gym uniforms. And they like, and Izuku and Gwen say to them, well, didn't you know like you could do that? Because like you obviously can like make a custom like hero costume, so why wouldn't you be able to like do it with the gym uniform? So like everyone is like confused, I guess, because they didn't know that. They say like we didn't know that, honestly. And like Momo is also like confused because he actually didn't like ever think of that. So yeah, they basically now Aizawa like calls Izuku to the front, right? Like he like tosses him the ball and he catches it, and Aizawa tells like Izuku to throw the ball, and Izuku says like, are there any restrictions or something? And Aizawa says, no, you just throw the ball. You just have to be in the circle, nothing else. You can use your quirk however you want. And Deku says, alright. And he literally just transforms into... Wait, who does he fucking transform into? Because I genuinely don't know. Like, way big would be way too big of a hassle, pun intended. Diamond Head, like, let's say way big, okay? Like, because I want him to flex on them that he's the strongest, okay? Because I genuinely don't believe like way big could be defeated by All Might. Because he's literally a fucking powerhouse of an alien, okay? So he transforms into way big, and Aizawa says, "What the? I did not think you would transform into that." And Deku says, I mean, you saw me do it on the entrance exam, so you should not be surprised, I guess. And like he like goes back and like fucking shoots the ball as hard as he can. And how far does it go? Let's say like 5-6 kilometers, like between 5 and 6 kilometers. And everyone's like impressed. And after like Zuko like throws the ball, how's it called? Aizawa like says, whoever gets last place is going to be expelled. And everyone's like scared, except like Bakugo, I guess. Bakugo, Izuku and Gwen, because like they are the top 3. No fucking way they're going to be like last place. And Deku is fucking confident in his abilities, right? So he knows he can fucking be top 5 easy. Maybe even top 2, maybe even top 1. So they like do their thing. They like do the exercises, I guess. They go with the push-ups, I guess, right now. Push-ups. He like aces it. I guess he can transform into, forearms. He just transforms into forearms, and he just does one pair of arms push-ups, and then he just changes arms, and then he basically has near infinite push-ups. He like does in like, let's say it's in a minute how many push-ups they can do, right? Of which it doesn't really help Izuku, like the changing hands, but it still kind of does. So he does, let's say 1280, because it's a good number. It's one of my favorite numbers. Anyways, they do that. The long jump, literally Izuku just flies over it with stink fly this time. And basically like a long jump, he aces it because he flies over it. The side to side steps, he does even better than Mineta does with like using... Wait, what do I let him use? Because like he could probably like use Lodestar this time, right? but he would need like metal and shit to like propel himself from. Basically the same way that Mineta does it, right? But let's say he uses accelerate this time, and he like does his thing, like he goes fast as shit. The 50-meter dash, he's like still uses accelerate, and he just fucking blitzes everyone, and he's against the other fastest, right? The second fastest. Other like basically it's a Zoku fastest, Ida fastest, and then I would say like something like Todoroki or Bakugo, right? So he goes up against Ida in the 50-meter dash, and like Ida loses, okay? Accelerate is fucking sound speed, okay? The speed of sound. He is hypersonic minimum on Earth, because like a different gravity like affects him differently, right? Yeah. Like basically Izuku is number 1. Who is number 2? Because like physically Gwen is fucking fit, but I would say number 2, Ben, like Deku, Gwen, Bakugo, Todoroki, Momo, I would say. Like from number 1 to like number 5 or something. So yeah, like Deku is number 1, then like Gwen is number 2, and so on and so on. So what happens after this? Is like a week later, or like 3 days later, let's say, they hear like loud footsteps coming towards the class door, right? And basically a giant 7-foot man comes in, and he says, "I am here, walking through the door like a normal person." And like everyone is hyped as shit, and Gwen is finally where I can fucking like just like get taught by All Might and shit, because like she was like fucking mad at her parents that they made her like go to Japan just to go to the school that All Might went, but I guess she's fine with it now. But she's still fucking hyped. Everyone is fucking hyped, bro. Even Izuku Tennyson is fucking hyped. They fucking throwing a party and shit. Everyone is jumping and shit, like they're in a fucking concert or something. And like All Might tells them, he like clicks a button and shit on like a remote, and fucking suits or something like come out of the walls, and he says, "The clothes make the pros, so get clothed and become pros," or something. I don't fucking know what he says, okay? He says the clothes make the pros, and then like put on your costumes and like meet me outside or something, or like we're going to the arena, okay? So like everyone like gets dressed and shit, and Gwen's like what is it called? Gwen's fucking costume is going to be the exact same as like Omniverse Gwen, and Ben is just going to be like the UAF jacket and like normal shit, like just a 10 right here, like on the fucking on the heart is going to be this time, because I don't remember where it is, but this time it's going to be on the like the left side, if it was on the right side, else it's just on the left side, okay? Anyways, they like draw lots and shit of like who is going to fight against who, and it's Izuku with Jiro against Bakugo and Ida, yeah, cause like why not, you get me? So why did I choose like Jiro? I don't know. You gonna find out later, okay? So they go to the battle and shit. They go to the building, and Izuku like transforms into Echo, which is the fucking sound humanified, okay, like in a humanoid type of form. And Izuku says, can you like amplify sounds, because I can generate a very high frequency of sounds and shit, or like a volume of sound. Could you like amplify it and like shoot it through the building? And Jiro's like taken it back or something, and she says, sure, I can do that. And like she hears the fucking like crazy fucking voice that Deku has, right? and like she fucking like connects her earpiece thingy, the aux port on her fucking ear, the aux cable on her fucking ear to the building, and the other like part is it's like sorry about that. Anyways, like her other part is like connected to like Izuku or something, let's say. Like I don't know how exactly it would work, but it just works, okay? So what happens is bro just fucking shouts on the top from the top of his lung, okay? And they fucking like nearly get fucking like they become deaf almost, okay? Like it was that loud, like the amplification and shit, and like it going through the fucking floor and like the walls also. It was fucking crazy, and they almost became deaf. Even Jiro, they almost became deaf, honestly, because he was right next to the guy. So basically like they are incapacitated, like they cannot like move because they're fucking like trembling from the vibrations and shit, and they're almost fucking deaf, okay? And so you hear from the intercom or like the speakers, "Hero team wins!" like All Might says, right? And now it's what the fuck? It is Gwen's turn. Who is going to be with Gwen? Let's say it's Gwen and Momo. Gwen and Momo against Todoroki and Kaminari. Okay, like electricity and fire and ice against magic and more magic, because why not? So they fight. I'm not even gonna like describe it because I don't give a fuck, but like obviously Momo and Gwen like win, right? So what happens now is like we skip to like almost a week later, where Aizawa gives them like permission slips to like sign and shit for their parents to sign to go to the USJ. After like school they go home and they say, "Mom, can you like sign us this paper? It's for a training exercise at school." And like she says, "Fine, like come, I'll sign it." And then she signs it, and next day they're going to the USJ, right? Like no fucking time passes. Like next day they going there. They go to the USJ, and what happens is like 13 like does her speech and shit. Everyone is bored as fuck, and Deku senses something. Like his heart is like beating faster. He like feels his heart like beating faster and faster to like generate more energy for the Omnitrix to have, right? Because let's say it just works via like the bodily functions and shit, so like blood maybe, energy, or like fucking nutrition also, like it just works with every single other thing, right? So yeah, he like senses that something is wrong, and he transforms into who does he fucking transform this time? Because no, he's going to transform into Big Chill. Because if you're fucking intangible, you cannot really be teleported now, can you? Except if you like directly go through the portal, or like he's also like invisible, right? So he like Kurogiri could not fucking see him. So yeah, everyone is teleported except like Deku. And like he goes like to the behind Kurogiri, he like karate chops the guy. He like gets knocked out. Like I don't know how he would be like completely knocked out via a Big Chill karate chop, but he is, okay, because of plot, okay. And Shigaraki is like scared. Wait, what the fuck happened to Kurogiri? He says, and like there is no Nomu this time because basically Kurogiri didn't bring it with them directly, right? Like from the start. So there is no Nomu to like beat the shit out of everyone, right? So it's basically Shigaraki and like some fucking minions, like weak ass minions, against like a fucking superpowered team of gods, and superpowered team of gods. I mean, Ben and Gwen. They're basically gods, okay? So Ben turns into way big, okay? Because I don't want to fucking drag this shit out, okay? He turns into way big. He shoots a fucking laser to like Shigaraki, he doesn't get killed, but his like fucking leg is chopped off. He fucking flies like 50 meters away, and he's immobilized, and he's knocked out also because like he hit his like head to the floor, right? So what happens is basically Deku just takes care of all the villains, right? Because there is really nothing that they could really do, I guess, because they could like beat him, but like they can't really with the way big. He's just way too big to be beaten. Pun intended again. I should stop doing that, shouldn't I? Anyways, they like Deku insta wins, but with some like difficulty. He only won because he had way big. If he didn't have way big, it would be kind of like more risky and more like dangerous and more like difficult, I guess. They continue with their USJ shit, and they don't get like a week off because like Deku just took care of it very fast. So what happens next? I have to fucking check because I genuinely don't remember what happens next. It's the battle trial, USJ, US Sports Festival. They take part in the US Sports Festival, and this time Aizawa and Nezu tell Izuku to not even try to use Way Big this time. And what happens after like he like cannot use his basically favorite alien because he can fucking finally use him a whole lot, right? His like heart, his Omnitrix, kinda like takes a like like a fucking hit to the heart basically. I cannot use my favorite alien, and like it like activates another DNA sample, I guess, of who would it be? Motherfucking feedback. He gets feedback basically. How does he get feedback? It was already in his like reserves, but it was locked basically, like every other alien. Like it's some like every alien that Ben has, Deku has as well basically, but like they're locked, so he cannot use them instantaneously. Some conditions have to be met for him to use them, of which he doesn't really know them. And maybe he could like learn them if he meditates or something, and he like activates the consciousness of his heart or his Omnitrix, I guess, because it is a symbiote. As I said, it is a symbiote. Like kinda like what is it called? Venom, right? He's kinda like Venom, but like more of a powder, I would say. So what happens is for like a week, like before the US Sports Festival, he like trains with the feedback. He like uses the guy. He like fucking loves him. It's his favorite right now, basically. Like after Way Big still, but like it's his favorite right now. Kinda like it's basically like the same level of cocaine addiction that original Ben had with the feedback that Deku has with feedback, right? And so basically the UA Sports Festival begins. Then there is the race, and Izuku just flies, bro. Like he can either like fly, he can either like fucking fly with two aliens. I would say like Big Chill is faster, but like he can still fly. He can still like fly with like Stink Fly and Big Chill, but like I would say he fucking like activates Accelerate, and he just fucking speed blitzes everyone. Now the same like positions are as in the anime, except like Gwen gets 4th place this time, even though she is like the 2nd fastest, I guess. So what happens now is the Calverley battle. I'm just gonna say everything that happens in the original happens, except that let's say like Mei Hatsume loses. Like she's in a losing team, and Gwen wins basically, right? And so the first match begins against Shinso, and like he does the same thing that he does in the original of like saying, it's you must be so lucky that you got a such of overpowered quirk and shit. And Deku does answer. He like says, bro, I've trained with my power for it to become so overpowered, okay? I've and like he is brainwashed now, right? But there is a failsafe feature for this kind of thing of like Deku cannot be brainwashed or like be controlled, right? So he, after like let's say 3 seconds, he's about to like fall down or like and exit the arena. He like snaps back out of it. He snaps out of it, and he transforms into who the fuck does he transform into? Let's say he transforms into Echo. He just screams at the guy, and he gets knocked out. Okay, he like gets knocked out. Izuku wins. Second fight against Todoroki, he just big chills the guy. Okay, he just does he big chill or does he heat blast? He heat blasts most likely, because like Todoroki is not gonna use his fire, and Izuku doesn't give a fuck. Okay, he doesn't really give a fuck. So he just fucking burns his eyes, and he like Izuku wins. Okay, like there's nothing really Todoroki could do against a fucking Pirate Knight. So what happens next is Izuku versus who? It's not versus Bakugo, because Gwen is stronger than Bakugo, and let's say in the semifinals, in the semifinals it was Gwen versus Bakugo, and Gwen won, so it's Gwen versus Izuku now. Now they fight. It's the most fucking intense battle in the history of like the fucking festival, right? And Izuku intentionally like locks himself into using only fucking, what is it called? He only uses feedback this time. He what is it called? He like absorbs the energy of like Gwen's attacks, and he like shoots it back at her, but she can like still hold herself and shit. She can like still hold her own. And essentially what happens is Deku wins, but it was a fun fight for them. And basically Gwen doesn't really feel like she lost really, more like that she drew with Deku, because it was a very fucking fair fight. It was a very good fight. As I said, it was like basically the longest and best fight of the history of like the UA festival. And so, wait, what the fuck? What did I do? Fuck, what? Wait a second, bro. Okay, I cannot delete one of the fucking aliens from the list. And so, yeah, Izuku wins. What comes next? It's Hero Sports Hero Killer. Okay, now it's time for them to choose with which hero they're going to internship with, right? For like a week. Izuku, I believe, would go with Endeavor, honestly, because he's kind of one of his least like used aliens is Heat Blast, and he would like to like know how to use his fire better and shit. And so he goes like with Endeavor and shit, right? And so essentially he's basically with what am I saying, bro? Essentially he's with Todoroki and like Endeavor and shit, and they like go to Hosu City, right? Like in the original, they go to Hosu City. No more attacks, and Deku only allows himself to like use his fire, of which it's good. He's good at it, but he's not perfect at it. Like he is with let's say Big Chill or Echo, because he has like more I guess experience with Echo or Big Chill, right? Because he uses them more. So he only uses Heat Blast, but he's so fucking overpowered that he just destroys the regeneration of the Nomus doesn't even happen. But they fucking burn. And so like the Nomus die and shit. And his Omnitrix kind of let's say how will he like do the thingy? How will he do the Ben 10 thing? Let's say he fucking why the fuck do I only say fucking? I'm not from fucking, bro. Anyways, he's like his like clothes get destroyed with like a green flash from his chest, and then a fucking, you say fucking way too much, bro. And then a Omnitrix symbol appears in his on like left side of his chest where his heart is, and it starts scanning the Nomu, right? Because it's a different being, bro. It's a different completely being. It's not the same as Deku. So he's now got a Nomu transformation. And what does that mean? And what does that come with? It comes with enhanced like senses. And I know like he probably couldn't fucking transform into a Nomu because it's too fucking stupid to like understand shit. But let's say he can, okay? Let's say for this time he just can't do it, okay? He like gets a Nomu transformation, and let's say he calls it black purple or something. Purple perfect cell. He calls it perfect cell. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. He calls it perfect cell because it's nearly a perfect like being in the My Hero Academia verse, except like the aliens from the Omnitrix, I guess. And so he like gets a transformation. What does the transformation really have though? What kind of powers does it have? It has the ability to like hold infinite quirks, as we kind of like know about the gnomes. They have like a giant fucking glass of water, so like they can hold a whole lot of water, and I mean it metaphorically, like with the water is the quirk and shit, and the glass is your body. Like it was basically like it was explained in the anime. And so he has infinite potential of quarks if he can get them somehow. Now, what other quirk does he have? He has, let's say, a sand type of quirk, like a sand manipulation quirk, super regeneration, sense multiplication, strength multiplication, and like, let's say, like mental attack nullification, like genetic, like not fucking Omnitrix, like in the mental attack nullification, but like a genetic thingy. And so he like thinks this might be like better than forearms, honestly, because it has extra abilities and it's like leaner and fucking basically nearly as strong as forearms, right? And so what happens now is basically Deku just scans the Nomu, he transforms into Nomu. He is basically perfected version of Nomu because like it takes the DNA and perfects it. So I guess maybe he could have like a copying quirk, a quirk of copying quirk. But no, he's not gonna have it, because maybe if I give him ultimate, but I'm not gonna give him ultimate. So he goes like around beating the shit out of Nomus being a Nomu, and his like form of a Nomu is him, like his silhouette, but like Nomu colors, Nomu like suit and shit, like the ripped pants of the USJ Nomu or something, kind of something similar to that, okay? So he goes around like beating the shit out of Nomu because he's like a better version of them, okay? And he like stumbles to like Stain killing a hero, right? He like goes to punch him. Stain gets knocked like 3 meters. I mean, sorry. So like 7-8 feet or something, like 8 feet minimum. 8 like to 12 feet or something. I don't fucking know. So basically, like Stain is like knocked like 2-3 meters back. And what happens next is basically an intense fucking scene of a fight scene of Izuku as like a perfect cell, or like a Nomu, I guess, against like basically super fucking human, non-quirked, super powerful fucking guy who like drinks blood for some fucking reason. I know it's because of his like quirk and shit, but it's kind of weird. Not a lot of weird, like a bit. So we get like an intense fucking fight scene of like finally like Izuku using his martial arts and shit, and he like after like 10 minutes of straight fighting, like Stain gets finally like tired while Izuku like is a bit tired, but he still has like a whole lot more steam in him. So Izuku like wins, and he knocks out Stain, and he gives him to the police, right? Now what happens with the hero that Stain was about to kill? He like gets Izuku like calls an ambulance, and he goes to the hospital, and he's saved and shit. And Ida didn't really have time to go and hunt down Stain and shit for killing his brother. So nothing happens with Ida and Stain. So next is the final exam, and then the forest training camp. Now, the school knows that Ben and Gwen. Yeah, I'm gonna say Ben and Gwen for now. I don't give a fuck. Like Deku and Gwen are cousins, and like they have good chemistry and shit. So they do not pair them with each other. Gwen is paired with someone, I don't know who, and Deku is paired with Bakugo because Bakugo hates the fuck out of him. And basically like Bakugo hates the shit out of him, so that's why they pair them with each other. And they have to fight All Might because he's literally the strongest hero that they have. And maybe All Might can defeat the guy because he's too strong if he actually goes full power and shit. So what happens is an intense fucking fight against Izuku and All Might, this fucking building destroying fight. And Bakugo wants to intervene, but he can't because he what the fuck is happening? And what actual transformation does Izuku use? Does he use Nomu? No, he does not, because I don't want to fucking make a second Nomu movie, okay? I'm not ever going to use Nomu other than that one time, okay? He uses forearms this time because he likes forearms. He has forearms, and he has trained a martial art that incorporates forearms into it because quirked society and their weird things, right? So what happens next is All Might loses, or he doesn't really lose, but Deku and Bakugo escape the facility and they win. So would I say All Might is weaker than forearms? Yes, but not by a lot. So he could fucking pose a good fight to Izuku, okay? If he isn't way big, or Nomu, because I believe Nomu would be a bit stronger if you put if you use all the other powers that he has simultaneously, right, at the same time. So yeah, Gwen wins as well, and they go to the forest. Now they are dropped to the forest with the monsters of the first cat girl that we meet and shit. And Deku and Gwen just literally fly over the whole forest, and they meet each other 10 minutes later at the camp, and they help cooking and shit. And Deku gets to meet Korra and shit. And what happens next? Korra kinda hates Izuku and shit because he hates every hero because they're heroes or something. I don't really remember how it goes, but he hates heroes because they risk their lives type shit. And Izuku tells him, we don't just throw away our lives. The thing is, who is going to save a person who cannot save themselves except a hero? And Korra gets touched and shit, but he still doesn't give a fuck. So Izuku leaves and shit, and finally after 4 or 5 hours everyone comes to the camp, or they arrive to the camp, and then they finally go for in the jacuzzi type shit, right, in the onsen, in the hot spring, okay? And Minara is about to fucking climb the wall. Wealth are meant to be how the fuck does he say it? Walls are meant to be climbed or something. Wealth are meant to be climbed, and he says in his fucking annoying ass voice. And Izuku stops the guy. He literally fucking shocks him with feedback, and he looks fucking fried, okay? He literally has fucking the hair of Deku after being exploded and shit. He's literally fried the Mineta. Like, I wouldn't even buy that to eat it, so like that's how fucking disgusting he is. Anyways, afterwards they go to eat, they love the food and shit, and villain attack. Now what happens is, I don't know how the fuck it would go, but like, let's say Izuku like brings the fucking food to Korra, right? And then Muscular appears, and then it's like he fucking speed blitzes the fuck out of time itself, okay? He transforms into forearms, and then he starts fighting Muscular one on one, but like he easily wins, okay? There is nothing that Muscular could do with like his fucking training, okay? So he kind of easily wins, but he does fucking get injured because Muscular like fucking created the muscles piercing like his skin and shit. But it's not that much because he's fucking durable, okay? Then he like takes Korra, he flies him with Stink Fly. And like Korra says, ew, what the fuck is that? What is this? Ew, that's disgusting. And Deku says, and just come, just wait, I don't fucking know what to say, bro. Just like I'm just going to take you to the other heroes type shit, or like or your uncle or something. I don't fucking know. Or like the cat girls, right? And yeah. Korra is in a safe place, and then Deku just speed blitzes everyone, honestly. He just goes accelerate, he punches them multiple times in a millisecond, and everyone's knocked out easily. Sorry, but I have to make him OP. He's Ben Tennyson. Okay, he's the reincarnation of Ben Tennyson, okay? So don't talk to me. He's overpowered as shit, even without Alien X. So, yeah, everyone is like knocked out, like they go to Tartarus, like the prison. And All For One is fucking pissed because every single one of his like subordinates got fucking caught and shit. Now what happens next is the hideout raid of like the heroes rescue mission. Yeah, they like it was supposed to fucking anyways, fuck that provisional license exam. They pass, okay? I don't give a fuck. I don't wanna fucking cover it. Overhaul arc, okay? Now for the second the second time of where they're going to work with heroes and shit, he does go with Night Eye, okay? Cause foresight, cause why not? You get me? And Mirio kind of got impressed by him when they like fought and shit, cause like he has permeation powers as well, so he fucking loves the guy. They're like best friends now, okay? And basically fuck, how is he called? Night Eye like accepts him instantly, kinda instantly, because he's number one and he has a permission power and he has all those powers, and he does not have one for all, so he doesn't have that responsibility on his shoulder and shit. So he like gets the job and shit. He like works with Night Eye, and then one day when they're patrolling with Mirio and shit after school, they find a little girl and a guy coming out of an alley, and what happens is the little girl runs up to Deku, and she hugs him and she says, "Please don't let me go with him. Please help me." And she says like the things that she says originally, right? And Deku is mad because he can fucking sense the sadness and like the torment that she's been going through. And because of that, what happens is green light, and she gets scared to the Omnitrix. And basically Deku gets a rewind quirk version of himself. So how is he going to look? He's going to look like a male version of Eri, but like more of Deku E, like Benten E ish, kinda. Why do I say E? Benten-ish, but like Deku-ish, but like the like color style of Eri basically, and he gets rewind and shit. So he like learns he can like copy quirks and shit, which he kinda like knew already because of Nomu, but like he didn't know he could like directly fucking copy a person's DNA that's not the same as his. Yeah. he like transforms into Accelerate. He goes to Overhaul. He fucking knocks him out with a fucking giant ass fucking karate chop to the neck, right? He gets knocked out. He picks him up as forearms, like both fucking shoulders. Like he can fucking destroy him if he wants to. That's the position he's in. And he goes to prison instantly. No fucking taxi backsies, okay? And Eri is saved. And after like a while, Deku like helps her like control her power, because she was about to like kill a person while she was using her power. And what is he called? Aizawa needed to like step in and like stop her power. So because Deku like gets more of like an understanding of the power that he has, and he can deactivate the ability whenever he really wants, because he can just deactivate the transformation. He can like help train Eri, and she'll become like a good healer and a good like fighter and shit. So next is the well, now we have to like fight against what is he called? All for One, right? Because he's like been getting an army and shit because he's mad as shit at Izuku and everyone. So he has the most fucking overpowered army he could ever get, and he's injected them with 50 fucking quirks or something. Like no, like 5-7 quirks, and they're like overpowered as shit. And what happens next is awakening. No, just kidding. But I am gonna give like a quirk awakening kinda to Izuku, like a bit later. What happens is a fucking giant fucking final war arc against like heroes versus all the villains. And what happens is All Might versus All for One, but he's healed more. He's like more healed because of Eri. Like she heals him quite a lot, so he can use way more of his power. And he has not given One for All to anyone, of which he's like thinking of giving it to Izuku. Now it's All for One versus All Might, and Izuku and Gwen basically fight 50-60 villains in like fucking minute. Basically they destroy them. They're the best fucking duo in the universe, in the not in the galaxy, not in the universe, in the world. I meant, okay? So they like fight until like somehow Izuku like has like the time limit like expires. Basically it's the first time that happens, and he's about to like get fucking destroyed. He like gets punched to the fucking wall, even though he's like strong and shit. It's a fucking super powered motherfucker. And Gwen is at her limits as well, and she deactivates from her undead form. And so what happens is, because of intense emotion and like an intense need of like what is it called, having a new power or like getting an awakening, Izuku gets awakened. Like he's like his Omnitrix type of thing, symbiote, like activates its brain more, and it can directly like talk to Izuku and like help him, and it can control his body. And it also gave him the ultimate function, of which he can like can transform into a version of the alien that has trained for 1,000,000 years, basically, like around about 1,000,000 years. And instantly energy replenished, so he can use again the aliens, basically. So what he does is he goes ultimate Eri mode. Like basically he goes ultimate version of the transformation of Eri. Let's call it reverse. Like the transformation is called reverse. Okay, he goes reverse and he goes ultimate then, because I don't know how he would go ultimate, but he like thinks about it maybe, and he goes ultimate. Okay, and what that does is his hair grows longer and shit, like kinda Super Saiyan 3, because like 1,000,000 years of fucking training equals longer hair, I guess. His like hair is kinda fucking long. And basically he gets almost like full mastery of rewind. And what he does is just fucking touches everyone. They all become fucking babies, and they go like they actually fucking put them in like an adoption center, honestly. Because like, what the fuck do you do with babies now? And Deku could like fucking reverse them back to like being adults and like put them to prison, but he doesn't want to. He thinks it's funny, and it is kind of fucking fun. Like babies, like fucking villains becoming babies now. Now after a fucking like a whole lot of while, like let's say 2 days of fighting, the heroes win, but like barely because of well, barely on the part of everyone else except Izuku. Okay, Izuku fucking aces everyone. He's so broken. He's broken himself. Like he's broken incarnate. Okay, and there is not really anything else to like add. I guess he goes to become a hero after like 3-4 years, and I guess he gets every single like transformation that like Ben or the original Ben Tennyson has. So like all 70 something or something. And he does also like get Alien X, but I know I did say like I'm never gonna like give him Alien X, Clockwork or like Atomics or something, but it's the end of the story. Let's just give him everything, okay? Like there is no the story is already finished. So anyways, if you did like this video, please like consider leaving a like, right? If you want me to make like other cartoon what ifs, like Deku what ifs, please tell me, right? And if you did enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like. With that said, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Just am out.